So I just want to sit there and talk real quick about Legacies, the latest episode. And I'm gonna be completely honest. The past two episodes have been somewhat of a waste. Besides the fact that Caleb died in the latest episode, for the most part, it's been a giant waste. Now, granted, we have two more episodes. Okay, when it came back, we had three episodes, and I mean, I really my hope is that Hope redeems herself in this fight against Ken, because I was, for so many reasons, sorely disappointed in Hope in that last fight. I mean, granted, no one expected her to win, but I expected her to try. And I feel like she just didn't try. Like, she got hit one time and then she just gave up. I mean, she literally watched her friend get tossed miles into like a gate and didn't do a damn thing to sit there and try to stop it, like, at all. Um, so from the trailers, it looked like she's ready to sit there and redeem herself. Um, Now, besides that, I'm gonna be completely honest. I feel like Caleb's death was. I feel like it was necessary because somebody had to sit there and die. But I felt like it also could have been easily avoided. When Cleo went into Ken's mind the first time, and Ken saw that and was able to actually hurt her, I feel like that would have been like, you know what? The fact that he can actually throw a knife at me, it can kill me, in like this sort of dream realm, maybe I shouldn't probably go that route. But for some odd reason, she decided to go back in there. Okay, she decided to go back in there, even though she knew that there was real consequences towards like her going back in there. And Caleb was like, "Listen, if things get dicey, I'm coming in there. I'm literally coming in there." And of course he does, because when Cleo went back in there, Ken was able to actually control a lot of the stuff in the dream world and wouldn't allow her to leave. So of course he comes in there and he grabs him with the stake and everything like that. He's like, "Listen, you bring the tribe to me, otherwise he's dead." Now I look at this whole thing and I'm like, bro, you know damn well that there's no guarantee that he's not going to sit there and kill. Um, I mean, granted, I, to be fair, I do feel like he would have let him go. He would have let him go because he could have came in that school and just wreaked havoc and killed everybody. But his daughter stopped him from doing that. So I feel like he would have actually honored it. But at the end of the day, I feel like this final battle, there's a good chance that he would have died anyway. Now, of course, you got some fans who's like, well, technically he's part dragon, so, he's not dead yet. And granted, I'm just like, listen, I get it. This is all well wishes and everything like that, but the dude is dead. Okay? Let's just be very, 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 very clear about that. This dude is literally dead. Um, Now, there's a couple of rumors. Well, one, Caroline's coming back. Which, here's the thing. I like the fact that Caroline's coming back, but it's one of those things where it's like, well, she was in the beginning of the season. When the show first started, she wasn't in there. So the fact that she's coming back and people were just like, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe Caroline's coming back." I was like, why are y'all praising this for her? She wasn't there when the show first started. Why are y'all so happy that she's there now? And why are y'all so happy that she's coming back now? Now this whole Joseph Morgan thing, about him coming back, and I saw like on his Instagram post, he's making a lot of these riddles and everything like that, and he's just having so much fun doing that. And I can respect the trolling. Okay, I could, because he made it very clear that when Legacy first started, even before Legacy started, he was like, "Yo, I'm done. I'm not coming back as a ghost or anything else. I'm just not gonna do it." But now there's possible rumors that he could come back, and that will be exciting if he does. Um, I feel like the final two episodes are just going to be absolutely nuts. It's going to be crazy. Um, and I'm just hoping that they don't blow it. Okay, I really am hoping that they don't blow it. Now, from the previews, from the previews, Hope is going up alone against Ken, but Aurora's there, and I'm just like, why in the hell would you sit there and go to a battle with no backup? It's one thing if you're just going to sit there and fight him, but now you got this chick there, and you don't know what she can do. I mean, she's been wanting revenge against you and your family for, well, eons. You really think it's a good idea to go into a solo fight with him, knowing that this chick is right at the sidelines? Now, this whole plan about using some sort of explosive and Lizzie being the person to sit there and siphon it off and to be able to, kill Ken and everything like that. I feel like this plan is going to go south so fast. It's going to go south so fast. I feel either Aurora's going to sit there and jump in the fight, which is going to lead Hope, which is going to lead Lizzie to sit there and ditch the plan to sit there and save Hope. Because Alaric was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to sit there and be the trigger man. Because apparently this bomb is going to be so crazy that even with vamp speed, they're not going to sit there and get away from it. So somebody's going to sit there and have to sacrifice himself. Um, Now, of course, again, Caroline's coming back. I feel like, and I'm not just thinking about this. I feel like the only other way that this is going to wind up working is if Josie comes back. Josie comes back. Josie's the person to sit there and siphon it off or whatever, and she dies. Because you gotta sit there and remember, this merge is still going to happen. So that means somebody is going to die between Lizzie and Josie. Just because she's not on the show anymore, her character's still on the show. Okay, so she comes back. Um, I feel like she's going to be the person who's going to wind up sacrificing, um, herself for Lizzie. I really do wish that they did this season. I really do wish that seasons 1 through 3, or 1 through 2, or whatever, from the beginning, it was like this, instead of the direction that they chose to go. Um, it sucks. It really does suck. I know that people are still writing these campaigns of, save legacies and save legacies, let them get one more season, and I think that was still great. I hope that it does work out. Um, and what the future of that universe is going to look like. Or are they going to sit there and go with another show? I mean, I doubt it at this point, but I don't know. I guess we can all sit there and hope. I mean, Julia's going to be sitting there doing the Vampire Academy, which apparently is completely different from the Vampire Diaries. But I know that with her and her tension and everything like that, the way that she sets up these very tense and dramatic moments, she's really good at doing that. Which is really odd because it's like the Vampire Diaries and the originals was such a great shows. How did she fall so hard from grace when she started doing Legacies? Now, if you look at this season, this feels like the other shows. But if you watch 1 through 3, I mean, come on, Krampus versus Santa Claus, Star Wars parodies, musicals, like, what are we doing? I don't know. I feel like that's about it. I really do. I feel like that's about it. That's just my predictions and um my thoughts about the whole thing. I was thinking about doing, a review on the last one, but I felt like such little happened. Such little happened, which by the way, one other thing that I gotta sit there and say about, Ken and this weapon that he's going to be using, because apparently he's going to be getting the ashes from a tree that's designed to kill Hope. And I'm sitting there thinking, they could have did that in the original so many times when you really start to think about it. I mean, granted, it just so happens that Klaus had a dagger with him on hand just in case he decided he wanted to end it. But even that didn't really make a lot of sense. But I feel like because the show was ending and the fans were so like distraught and everything like that, that they just kind of overlooked that huge, I don't want to sit there and say plot hole, but something that just didn't really make a lot of sense. But if you really think about it, season 1 through 5, the Oak being gone and they got to sit there and use something new that could kill the originals. Technically, they just could have did the exact same thing. I mean, for Klaus's funeral, they got all his ashes together to do a memorial service for him with Elijah. I'm just like, so now we can just vacuum all the ashes now and just use it as a okay, whatever, fine, sure, whatever. I feel like that's about it, though. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you watched it, what are your thoughts? What are your theories? And I'll see you in the next video.